Mackenzie Crook, Steve Pemberton, Rosie Cavaliero. India Brown, Thierry Wickens, with Vicky Pepperdine as Aunt Sally. In an animated meadow, a robin chirrups on a raspberry bush, surrounded by butterflies and bees. The robin soars high above a washing line, then on into 10-acre field to a scarecrow who's housing 5 chicks in his inside pocket. The robin gives them an insect from its beak, then crows fly up into the air. Based on the books by Barbara Eufen Todd, written and directed by Mackenzie Crook. Worzel Gummidge. Early one morning, a man with long grey hair and a shaggy beard, with dream catchers hanging from his backpack and a butterfly fluttering at his side, gazes at a gentle path cutting through a field at Scatterbrook Farm.
Grab onto that chain. That's it, lean back and get onto that beam.
Are you sure it's safe?
Of course it's safe. Mind the scythes.
John looks back at Mr. Braithwaite.
That's it. Now out along the beam there. Watch this bit, there's spikes underneath.
A high shelf.
Right, now can you see them?
It's too dark.
Here.
Throwing a flaming lighter.
Have a look up the back there.
Yeah, I think these are beehives.
See if you can pull one free.
John puts the lit lighter down beside a diesel can and a collection of firework rockets. A mouse makes him jump, and he knocks the lighter to the floor.
You got it? Pull it out towards the edge.
What is going on? Come down from there at once!
What?
Get down! Henry! What are you thinking of? It's dangerous! Look at all this stuff. Why do you even have bear traps? We don't have bears.
Not anymore.
John jumps down.
Oh, look at the state of you. I came out specifically to tell you not to get dirty because I've said you'll go to tea today with Lady Bloomsbury Barton at Bloomsbury Barton Manor.
Sorry, what, pardon?
You heard me, and you should be very honoured, very grateful to be invited. Who's Lady Lady Bloomsbury Barton owns all the land around here. We're her tenants, and she's asked to meet you. She hosts an annual charity garden party at the manor. Whenever we have foster children to stay here at Scatterbrook, she likes to get them involved.
Oh my gosh, that sounds rubbish.
Nonsense! It'll do you good.
A chicken is perched on the 4x4, peering into a wing mirror. Hundreds of crows lift up from a golden field. John and Susan arrive at the stile that leads into 10-acre.
He's not here. I wanted to show Worzel my binoculars. They're going to blow his mind. Mr. Braithwaite must have moved him to another field.
He wouldn't stay in another field. He'd march straight back to 10-acre. Hold on. There he is.
Susan looks through the binoculars to see Worzel sitting under a tree with a leaflet.
Let's go. Hey, Worzel! It's us! It's all right. It's us.
Worzel!
How do, chillins? Lovely day.
John offers him a fist, and he shakes it.
I got these. You look through them and they make faraway objects look up close.
Binoculars, you mean?
Oh.
I'm a scarecrow, not a caveman. I knows what binoculars are.
What's been happening, Worzel? Scared many crows lately?
All crows scared? What needs to be scared? I sometimes think I'm too good at my job. The wise ones don't even come close to 10-acre field no more. Fact, I've been thinking of getting another job on the side.
Oh, yeah? What sort of thing?
Bit of part-time modelling. Rude.
You mean making models, like model aeroplanes?
No, actually, wise guy, I mean proper modelling on the catwalk. Look.
Garden party fundraiser Saturday 21st at Bloomsbury Bottom Manor.
Read on, read on.
Raffle and tombolas.
Down a bit, down a bit. That bit.
Scarecrow competition. Prize for the best looking scarecrow.
Best looking scarecrow. It's got me written all over it. Or I've got it written all over me.
That's where we're going now for tea with Lady something or other.
You're going for tea at the big house? Wait a minute. Yeah.
But what?
I have just had the most brilliant brainchild.
Ew.
You could take me up the manor and enter me for the competition.
But we didn't really make you.
You didn't nearly make me. Green Man made me, but I can't just troll up there by myself and say put me down for the competition. They'd have the screaming abdabs.
But if you won, we couldn't accept the prize.
You're not getting the prize. I am.
What is the prize?
Don't know, don't care. You may not have heard, but Scarecrows is mad for prizes. Crazy for 'em. Whatever that prize is, I wants it.
Oh, I don't know, Worzel. Are you sure this is a good idea?
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, I'm up for it.
1,
Go on then.
2, excellent. And if the prize is something shareable, like biscuits or a cake, you're not having none.
Deal.
Let's get up there now. I'll go into a sulk and you can carry me.
How far is it?
About a mile or so yonder.
Well, then you can walk with us and we'll carry you when we get there.
Darn it. Thought I might get a free carry all the way.
How's your pet Robin?
Winter George, he's nobody's pet. I shouldn't let him hear you calling him that. He barely tolerates me. Here, I'll give him a call. Here he comes.
He lands on Worzel's shoulder.
Oh. Look at him. He's had a shower. Thinks he looks all handsome like Mr. Darcy. You're just a ragged Robin, my friend. Here, we're on up to the big house. I'm entering a modelling competition. Gonna win a prize.
Winter George flies away.
Once again. Rude.
They walk on, and wildflowers tremble in the summer breeze. At a gate, Worzel hangs back.
Hang on. There's someone I wants to see.
Keeping close to a hedge, he makes his way towards a shed and beckons John and Susan to join him. On the other side of the shed is a gate of wooden trellis, and they go through it. The vegetable patch.
Earthy, it's me, Worzel.
Hello, Worzel.
Is the coast clear? Any gardeners around?
Not yet. All safe.
You remember Earthy Mangold?
Yeah. Hello.
Worzel hurries over to her.
What's new, Earthy?
The buds on the blackthorn, the spider's webs,
And what's old?
the chalk, the church, the songs of the birds.
Perfect. Guess where we're off to?
Where?
We're on up to the big house. I'm entering a modelling competition.
Oh, Worzel, do be careful. Are you sure that's wise?
That's what I said.
You can't go around fraternising with humans. Present company expected. There's rules, Worzel. I'd hate to hear you'd been found out and got dismantled.
Dismantled. Thing you got to remember about humans, they only sees what they wants to see. Their brains isn't big enough to understand walking, talking scarecrows. I'm practically invisible to humans.
Hello?
Well, not to these two, obviously, but they're young'uns. Their brains haven't fully developed yet. No offence.
Is there a prize?
Certainly is. Big one as well, probably. I'll bring it by and show you if it's not too big. Cheerio, then. Mind how you go.
Be careful, Worzel. I mean it.
Don't you worry about me. I'm a very shrewd scarecrow.
Earthy, being a small scarecrow, has a short pole in one of the beds, and she hooks herself back onto it. As they leave, John comes to a halt.
Worzel, I'm caught.
Come here. Here you go.
A piece of wire.
You were being very showy-offy back there.
Showy-offy isn't a word.
Vain then, boastful.
Somebody swallowed a thesaurus.
Big-headed.
You too, huh?
You were acting like you've already won. What was that? And again, I hope you don't have to eat humble pie.
Oh, will there be pie? I quite fancy a bit of pie.
He's made a mouth harp with the piece of wire, and with it clamped between his lips, he pings one part of it to make the sounds. Playing it, he follows on behind John and Susan. They arrive at a gate on the outskirts of the grounds of a stately home.
Come on, you better start sulking before anyone sees you. We'll carry you from here.
Hang on a sec. Some scarecrows there already. Do you recognise any of them?
Can't see from here.
Perhaps I should take a closer look. Check out the competition, see who I'm up against.
I don't think you should.
Come on, we'll creep around the roady dum-dums, take a quick peek.
Susan and John follow Worzel through some low-hanging branches to a fence closer to where the garden party is being set up. There's a marquee and bunting.
Here, lend me your magical eye tubes.
He takes the binoculars.
I don't recognise none of them. It looks like they've been made by children.
Well, they probably have.
That one's called Scarecrow Sam. What kind of a name is that? Couldn't scare a titmouse. They're having a laugh.
Well, hello there.
Oh, hello.
I'm not going to have no trouble beating this lot. I'm better looking than all of them.
Gummidge.
I'll wear my special occasions cravat just to seal the deal.
Worzel.
Clinch victory. Ah!
Oh, how wonderful. What a very clever costume. You've dressed as a scarecrow. Because of the scarecrow competition, haven't you?
Yes. Yes, that's right. He has. This is our friend. A man. A man? Yes. Who has dressed as a scarecrow.
What a scream. But you're 2 days early. The party's on Saturday.
Oh, yes, we know. I'm Susan. This is my brother John. We're staying with the Braithwaites at Scatterbrook Farm.
Oh, my dears, you've come for tea. I'd totally forgotten. You're so very welcome, and you brought a friend.
Yes.
Whose name is?
Glancing at Susan, then John.
Worzel Gummidge.
How unusual.
You can call me Worzel, or Gummidge, or Worzel Gummidge,
Delighted to meet you, Mr. Gummidge.
or Mr. Gummidge.
Come into the house and have some tea, and I'll lay on a Battenberg.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Are you a scarecrow fan, Mr. Gummidge?
Oh, you could say that, Your Ladiness. I'm from the Scarecrow Appreciation Society.
The SAS.
Exactly. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Oh, fascinating. Fascinating.
They're inside the grand and quirkily decorated house.
A nice cup of tea and a slice of cake, Mr. Gummidge.
Not for me. I will have a glass of milk, though, if I may. Fresh, is it?
Of course.
Could you pour it for me? I fear a spillage. More than that. More than that. Right up to the top. More. More. There we go. Ah, cheers.
He knocks back the milk that Susan has poured, and John notices it spilling out of his trouser leg onto the rug.
Ah, good stuff.
Where do you live, Mr. Gummidge?
Indoors?
In a house, you mean?
In a house, yes, that's right.
Where is your house?
Well, I haven't brought it with me, have I? I left it at home.
I mean, where are you from?
Well, most of me's from right here in Scatterbrook.
Most of you?
Well, not my arms. My arms is new.
What happened to your old arms?
Fell off. Can we change the subject?
Yes, yes, of course.
How long have you lived at Bloomsbury Barton Manor, Lady?
Somebody farted. Seriously, has somebody guffed? Oh! Oh, have you broken wind? Oh, have you let one go? Oh, smells like someone's pushed air through poo. Somebody's whispered a bum secret. Can I open the window? Let some fresh air.
He hurries to a window.
Oh, that's better. Meaty one, that, weren't it? I reckon it was her. She's blushing. Anyway, let's forget it ever happened. Soon as the air clears, do continue, my lady.
I've lost my thread.
I'll find it.
He's an outdoors man.
Is that your thread? It's the only one down there. You might want to think about getting a new one.
What a unique person you really are, Mr. Gummidge. Do say you'll come back again on Saturday for the party. And do come in costume. It'll make the day perfect.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. It'll be your pleasure and privilege to have me there.
Scream.
There is just one thing, Your Grace. When I win the competition, will I be required to make a speech?
Win the competition?
Yes, and what's the prize?
You're joking. You are funny.
Am I?
Of course you can't enter the competition, Mr. Gummidge.
Can't enter?
Of course not. It's a competition for homemade scarecrows, not real scarecrows. And anyway, you're far too good-looking. Nobody else would stand a chance. Don't worry. If you turn up in costume on the day, I'll buy you a raffle ticket.
Now they're walking along the track.
You heard her? Too good-looking, she said. Nobody else would stand a chance.
Yeah, all right, Worzel.
You wait till I tell Earthy. And a prize just for showing up.
She said she'd buy you a raffle ticket.
I know. My very own raffle ticket. And me in the big house. Who'd have thought I'd actually get to go inside the big house?
Well, I'm glad you had a good day, Worzel.
Why, thank you.
See you tomorrow?
Indubitably. Cheerio.
Worzel climbs over the gate into 10-acre field. Further down the track, John and Susan discover the grey-haired man sitting by the hedgerow, eating an apple.
Hello.
The man glances around.
Nice weather. Are you from Scatterbrook? Haven't seen you before.
The man grabs his crook and his backpack and steps out onto the track. Shouldering his bag, he stares at them.
Hello.
Still chomping on the apple, he walks behind them, his long hair hanging in dark grey dreadlocks. He seems to be looking beyond them. Without a word, he walks away, pausing briefly to look back at them. Shells, flowers, rope and all manner of items are hanging from his backpack. Susan and John turn to watch him walk away. They head off, and now the sun is low in the sky. It's another day, and Mr. Braithwaite finds a collection of litter on the track. Looking annoyed, he gathers it up. When he steps into the kitchen, Mrs. Braithwaite is at the sink, while Susan and John are at the table.
Good morning, Mr. B.
Look at all this rubbish left upon the track. Nothing to do with you two, is it?
No.
I didn't think it could be. And gates left open up there too.
Have we had trespassers in the night?
Well, seems like it. You didn't see anybody hanging around yesterday, did you?
Actually, there was an old bloke up the lane when we were coming home. Oh, yeah. He was weird.
Yeah? Describe him.
Well, he was old, had a big beard, ragged clothes tied with rope, with twigs and leaves in them.
Did he have a pack on his back?
Yeah, a massive one.
That sounds like old Jack Woodwose. You hear that, Reenie? Sounds like Mr. Woodwose's back.
No. He can't still be around.
Well, kid's seen someone sounds just like him. Where was he?
On the track, up 10 Acre Field.
Right, well, let's go and see if we can find him.
He's a hedge layer. Travelled round the county, always on foot. Repairs old hedges and lays new ones. Turns up once every few years, but never takes any payment. Yeah, he's a strange old fella. Thinks he's invisible. Well, I'll be. There he is.
The grey-haired man is fixing a hedgerow and freezes as the 4x4 pulls to a halt.
Mr. Woodrose! I see you there. There you are. Standing here next to this hedge that presumably is your handiwork.
Oh, right.
Jack just hits his sharp tool.
Beautiful work, Jack. Been meaning to do this for a couple of years.
I don't understand. What's he doing? Chopping it down?
No, look. Come here. It doesn't cut them right through, just halfway. That way, they'll carry on growing together to make a fence that'll only keep getting stronger and never rot. Oh, I made this up for you. A few sandwiches and bits.
Jack reluctantly takes the picnic basket.
Right. Well, I'd best be off. Someone keeps taking that old scarecrow from 10 Acre Field. I've got to find him and fix him to his stake. Couple of nails should do it.
No!
What's that?
He wouldn't want to... I don't think he should be
Well,
like...
sorry, he? It's a scarecrow, not a person.
I know, exactly. And scarecrows need to move, don't they? To scare the birds.
Yeah. If he was fixed to his post, he wouldn't be able to swing around in the wind. It.
Come on, then. I'll give you a lift back.
We'll go look for that scarecrow.
Right, we'll keep an eye out for those trespassers. Oh, and shut any gates that you see open.
Jack's been listening to them.
Cheerio, Jack!
Where will Worzel be if he's not in 10 Acre?
At the allotments, telling Earthy Mangold how great he is.
Jack watches them walk away with a look of concern. Worzel is in the vegetable patch, talking to Earthy.
And she turned to me with tears in her eyes and she said, "Oh, Mr. Gummidge." Yeah. "Oh, Mr. Gummidge," she said, "it wouldn't be fair. You're too good looking." Oh, I said, "Fair enough."
I can't believe you went inside the big house.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just went right on in through the door.
Do it again. Do going through a door.
Reaching for a handle.
Push or pull?
Push.
Hello there. Oh, it was easy, really. I just went right on through, indoors to a room, sat down at a table.
On a chair.
Oh, you're hopped down right on a chair, just sat right down on it, no trouble at all.
Hey, Worzel.
How do? I was just telling Earthy how great I am.
You don't say. Sorry, Earthy, he's a massive show-off.
Oh, I don't mind. It's exciting to hear stories of indoors. Do the door thing one more time, but this time, pull.
You have to imagine the walls and the... what's it called? The lid?
Ceiling.
Ceiling. You have to imagine all of that. How do you do?
Worzel, the farmer's noticed that you're not in your field. He's out looking for you. Better get back.
Toodle pip, Scarecrow.
Bye, Worzel. Bye, chillins.
Earthy swings from side to side excitedly, then hooks herself back onto her pole and sulks. There's litter on the track.
Look at this. Who's done this?
The farmer found a load as well.
He said there must have been trespassers in the night.
Trespassers, eh? Don't like the sound of that one little bit. Did he get a look at them?
Don't know. Why? Do you know who it is?
Gates left open?
Yeah, that as well. Who is it?
John looks at Susan and shrugs.
Are they scarecrows?
If you can call them that. There's this travelling band what fancy themselves as a biker gang, led by Soggy Bogart. Now there's a proper show-off. I don't reckon he's scared a crow in years.
That sounds terrifying. Scarecrows on motorbikes.
Oh, they don't have bikes. None of them have never even sat on a motorbike before. They just pretend. Anyway, I'm not scared of Soggy Bogart. I remember when he was a young'un before he went off the rails. He used to wear teddy bear pajamas.
What is it?
It's them. Here, go stand over there and put your arms out.
They do as he asks. Suddenly, a gang of scarecrows hurries towards them, each of them with a pair of handlebars, and all of them making motorbike noises. One has a marrow for a head, others have pumpkins, and one a turnip. The marrow-headed scarecrow.
Well, well, well. Wow. Look who it in. Worzel Gummidge. Or should I say, Worzel Bummidge.
Spotting Susan and John.
What have we here? New scarecrows in town? Not very scary, are you?
How do, Soggy?
Don't call me Soggy. No one calls me that no more.
Why not? That's your name, ain't it? Soggy Bogart.
Not no more. I changed it.
To what?
Harley Davidson.
Right.
You still up 10 Acre Field, Ben?
Oh, it's where I belongs.
You won't catch me standing still. I just gotta keep moving. Keep right on moving on. Right, gang?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, keep moving on, yeah.
All right, well, if you ever moving past 10 Acre Field, nick over for a cup of splosh.
What? Tea? No thanks. We drinks fizzy drinks. Right, gang?
Yeah, fizzy drinks.
Yeah, with sugar in.
All right, well, I aren't got no fizzy drinks, but you're welcome up 10 Acre anyway.
Teas for old ladies.
Here, Soggy. You still got them teddy bear pajamas?
The name's Harley Davidson. And I only wore them jammies for one summer. And they weren't teddy bears.
What were they?
Just bears.
Soggy walks towards Susan and John.
What are you lot doing here anyway?
Heard there was a competition.
Not heard of no competition.
What? Funny that. What with it being in your manor and all? Says here, prize for the winner.
For fake scarecrows, homemade ones.
So you have heard of it?
Heard of that one, yeah, but like I say, it's not for the likes of us real scarecrows.
Who's to know? We'll just place ourselves among the fake ones.
What even is a prize? Tin of shortbread?
You mean you ain't heard?
Heard what?
Prize is a trophy. Silver trophy.
Is it?
Yeah. And you gotta be in it to win it. Oh, I'm a poet, and I didn't even realise that I am one. Right, gang?
Yeah, he didn't realise he was.
Didn't have a clue.
He turns on the spot.
Smell you later, bummid.
The gang runs around Worzel before they leave, one of them holding a child's trike, and all of them revving. They have the word troublemakers written on the back of their jackets.
Muddy boots. He's gonna win it, isn't he? The silver trophy.
I thought he was horrible and mean.
Yeah, but you got to admit, he looks $1 million.
You think?
A silver trophy. It's not fair.
Forget about it, Worzel.
Yeah, come on, it's only a glorified beauty pageant. Who cares?
Harumph.
Did you just say harumph?
I most certainly did, mumble grumble.
We'll come by tomorrow. Pick you up on the way.
Can if you like, I'm not even bothered, mumble grumble.
See you then, try and cheer up.
But there's nothing even wrong, mumble grumble grumble.
Worzel walks away, looking for Lorne.
I want a silver trim. Turn up. Leather jackets and their charisma. What about me? Stupid. Mumble grumble.
Who's that grumbling?
Who's there?
I can hear someone mumbling and grumbling.
That's me. Worzel Gummidge, the Scarecrow of Scatterbrook.
What have you got to grumble about?
Lots. And you're not helping by hiding while you're talking to me. So show your fizzog.
I'm right here.
Oh. Hello, Mr. Green Man, sir. I didn't mean to be rude.
Why were you grumbling?
Oh, nothing. Just my shoulder.
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Not very stiff. It hardly even creaks when I move it.
How far can you lift it?
All the way up.
Ah, no, that's no good. I'll see if I can... I'll try and stiffen it up a bit.
Thank you, Mr. Green Man, sir. I didn't mean to be rude, sir. I didn't realise it was you.
Why did you answer me?
Huh?
If you didn't know I was addressing you, why did you answer? You're not supposed to talk to humans, Worzel.
I thought you was a scarecrow.
Those children, you thought they were scarecrows too?
Matter of fact, I did when I first met them. How'd you know about the children?
How could I not know? 1,000 little birds told me. 1,000,000 leaves whispered it on 1,000,000 breezes. How could I not find out, Nature loves to gossip.
But they're good kids. They are almost like scarecrows.
And the lady at the big house? You've been breaking the rules, Worzel. I've had a complaint.
About me? Who from?
The farmer. He says you've been going abroad.
Abroad? Oh, you mean in the old-fashioned sense, like away from home, not Tenerife.
Concentrate, Scarecrow.
Sorry.
The farmer wants to fix you to your stake.
Oh, please don't, sir. I don't know as I could stand it. I needs to move in order to do my job proper.
Does that job involve going to have tea up at the big house? I'm not going to fix you to your stake this time, Worzel. But I want your word. You're to stay here in 10-acre field and scare crows.
But...
No buts. You've got a job to do, and a very important job it is too. Do you hear me? No more speaking to humans.
But...
Worzel, no good will come of you speaking to those children. They're young enough now they'll forget about you. They'll imagine it was all a dream. Now, try your shoulder now.
Jack slides the arm back into Worzel's sleeve.
That's a bit better.
Bit better?
I think so, yes. Thank you.
Worzel wears a sad expression as he and Jack gaze out at 10-acre field. Another day at the farm. Susan and John race out of the front door and across the field beside the house. They laugh happily as they speed along. They run down the track and over the stile into 10-acre field. As they sprint across the golden crops to Worzel, they're unaware that Jack is watching them from the other side of the field. As the children run up to Worzel, he stays in his sulk, his head bowed.
Worzel, what's up? It's us. We're heading down to the manor today, remember? The big house, for the garden party.
Don't sulk, Worzel, please. Are you worried about being seen?
If you button up, people will think you're in costume, like Lady Thingy did.
Or is it that you don't want to see somebody else win the trophy?
Well, please, Gummidge. You won't get your raffle ticket if you don't go.
Come on, let's leave him. We'll come back later.
No! I want to know why he's not talking to us.
We'll come back later, John. Give him time to cheer up.
John looks disappointed as they walk away. Worzel slowly blinks his eyes and lifts his head to watch them. He looks heartbroken. Jack wears a thoughtful expression, while at the garden party, fairground games are in full swing. Homemade jams are on sale, and baking is being judged in a competition marquee. Susan and John are with Lady Bloomsbury Barton.
Is Mr. Gummidge with you?
No, he was
sulking.
He was feeling unwell.
Oh, poor thing, what a shame. Well, I was going to ask him to judge the competition for me.
You were going to ask Worzel to judge the competition?
What with his being such an expert, do you think he would have agreed?
He would have loved that. Oh my gosh.
Well, you better take his raffle tickets, and maybe you can help me choose a winner. Come along.
John and Susan smile happily as they make their way over to the line of scarecrows. Soggy and his gang have joined the entries and are each in a sulk. John and Susan share a look.
Oh, this is a fun one.
Isn't it? Really, really fun. Well done. What's his name?
Scarecrow Sam.
Scarecrow Sam. How did you come up with that name? What a very, very good name.
This one's a contender. Mark this one down for a contender. Next.
Oh, terrifying. Look at this one. Nice use of a football for a head.
Look at the way its eyes seem to follow you around. Very scary.
Now, this is one of the strange creations that turned up in the night.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What's its name? Is it Harvey? No, Harley.
Looks like Soggy. Soggy Bogart.
Well, I don't like it.
What would Mr. Gummidge say?
Utter shambles. Couldn't scare a meadow pipit.
Next.
Passing Soggy's friends.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise these are supposed to be scarecrows.
Thought somebody had dropped some rubbish.
Next.
Oh, look at this one. Scarecrow Simon. How simply terrific and marvellous.
Soggy comes out of his sulk and growls a little. A Punch and Judy show, a sweet stall, and next, Lady Bloomsbury Barton addresses the partygoers.
Thank you, Mike and Jenny from the Raptor Centre for their wonderful falconry display earlier. Oh, and if you could all keep an eye out for what was it?
White-tailed eagle.
A white-tailed eagle, and probably best to keep pets and babies indoors until it's safely recaptured. Thank you, everyone, for making the scarecrows for the scarecrow competition. I hope you've all had a jolly good chance to look at them. And have we decided upon a winner?
We've decided that the best-looking scarecrow,
And by far the most scary,
the one with the coolest name,
is Scarecrow Sam.
Soggy looks annoyed, and as the trophy is presented and a group photo is taken, he and the gang skulk away.
Cheese! Now, it just remains for us to draw the raffle. Everybody got their tickets ready? It's a pink ticket, number 441.
Yes, 441.
Oh, well done! Well done! First choice of anything on the prize table.
A table of prizes and a book of raffle tickets.
Look, Worzel, a whole book of raffle tickets. I chose it for you. It wasn't even supposed to be a prize. They left it on the price table by mistake. Look at all the colours. It was hilarious. She asked us to judge the competition. Guess who we chose as the winner? You'd be proud of us. Guess who we chose? Still not talking, huh? I don't get it. What have we done?
The tractor.
Here. You can look at it when we've gone.
Susan looks annoyed and drops the tickets at Worzel's feet. He opens his eyes to watch them meet Mr. Braithwaite.
You kids seen my cows?
No, what's happened?
Gates left open. They've wandered off, the entire dairy herd. Don't know what direction they went. I'm gonna look down the lane. Could you head on over the hill, see if they're up at Church Farm?
Yeah, we'll go now.
Susan and John walk up the track one way and Mr. Braithwaite drives the other. The sky begins to darken.
It's Soggy and the troublemakers. Should have known they wouldn't just disappear. We humiliated them back there at the manor. They're going to want revenge.
They stop when they hear the troublemakers. Soggy and his gang run around a hedge towards them, then circle them while making their motorbike noises. One of the gang has a wooden barrel for a jacket, while another's head is like a huge onion. Soggy's bike is some rusting handlebars attached to a piece of wood, and he tosses it away.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Utter shambles, am I? Couldn't scare a meadow pipit, huh?
Get lost, Soggy. You're not allowed to speak to humans. It's against the rules.
Rules schmooze, right lads? Yeah, schmooze. I ain't scared of yous.
What have you done with Mr. Braithwaite's cows?
What have you done with my trophy?
It's not your trophy. You didn't win.
Winter George lands on a branch in a nearby hedgerow and listens.
Can you do all this? Hey?
He flies off, across 10-acre field and onto Worzel's shoulder.
What's that? What are you saying? Stop shouting in my ear. Slow down, I can't understand you. The kiddos? Where? I aren't supposed to talk to them no more. The Green Man said so. You're right. Good guff, you're right. What am I doing, wasting time?
He races off across the field and over the stile. Jack's been camouflaged against the trunk of a tree and materializes as he watches Worzel go.
Where's my trophy?
We don't have it.
Not my problemo. Hand it over.
How can we if we haven't got it?
Like I said, not my problemo. Comprendi? Here I come.
Worzel lands face down in the grass.
Stop laughing, you bully. Are you all right, Worzel?
Yeah. Went down on my face. I'll come to rescue you.
Hear that, lads? Gummidge here thinks he's Luke Skywalker.
Don't you pa me.
Oh, pah! Whomsoever I like. You just me.
What if I did?
I'll pull your head off.
I'll just put it back on again.
Not before we played Skittles with it.
You bounder. What will you use for Skittles?
Never mind what we use for Skittles. We'll find something.
You'll never find 10 things the same size and shape to use as Skittles around here.
Oh, yes, we will. And we'll knock them all over by rolling your head in them.
Stop arguing.
I want my trophy!
The gang grab them.
You let us go, Soggy.
Is that you? Are you there? are. I came to find you. Hello, everyone.
Well, now, who have we here? How do, my pretty?
I'm warning you, Soggy.
The name's Harley Davidson, and I'll thank you to remember it.
Soggy. Soggy Bogart, is that you?
Soggy turns.
It is you, Soggy Bogart. I used to babysit for you when you were a baby scarecrow. Don't you remember me?
Well, Miss Mangold.
I used to tuck you in and tell you a bedtime story, didn't I?
Yes.
You had a favourite one that you always asked me to tell about a teddy bear, I think. Over and over again you wanted that story.
Teddy Bodkin.
Teddy Bodkin. In your favourite Teddy Bodkin pyjamas. How is your mother?
Oh, she's very well, thank you, Miss Mangold.
Is she? And how do you think she'll be when she finds out what you've been up to?
Don't know.
I do. She'll be very upset. She'll be disappointed with you, won't she?
Yes. Please don't tell her, Miss Mangold.
Speak up.
Please don't tell her, Miss Mangold.
And I don't know what you scarecrows are sniggering about. I know most of your mothers too. Oswald Polypop. Don't think I didn't notice you skulking back there. And you, Jackie Pudding. What would your mothers say?
Don't know, Miss Mangold.
What are you going to do about it, Jackie Pudding?
Bring the cows back.
Think you need to before evening milking. Where are they?
In the bottom meadow, but...
But what?
Well, it was Jackie Pudding's idea. If she found a pot of paint...
It was your idea to do swears.
Swears? Swear words?
He made us paint swears.
On what?
Now they're standing in the bottom meadow, looking at the cows, who each have a word or two painted on them.
Oh, Soggy. What have you done?
Look. Burp.
I saw that one. Very rude.
I done that one, sorry.
Shut up. Cud muncher.
I should never have wrote that. It's a terrible thing to call a cow.
Pat factory. Poor animal. And over there, leather milk balloon. Dreadful.
It says, head bum.
Well, I'm surprised at you. You find that kind of filth and potty talk amusing, do you? I don't see what's funny about writing udders and an arrow on a cow. We all know where the udders are.
I like grass.
Well, I hate to spoil the great big funny joke, but isn't it getting close to evening milking time?
Oh, God, he's right. How are we going to clean the cows?
I know. Follow me.
Earthy laughs as she gestures for them to follow her. One of the troublemakers adds a mop to his handlebars. Soggy finds a pole and removes his own mop of black hair from the top of his head and drops it into a water trough. They all get on with the cleaning.
Right, come on, get this lather up here.
They're not a bad lot, really, are they?
It's just a phase.
I had a phase once. I remember it clearly.
Where will they go now?
I'm going to invite them all back to live in the allotments. There's plenty of patches need protecting. I can keep an eye on them.
Good idea. Get them back to basics.
We'd better get these cows back up the hill. Thanks for everything, Earthy. You saved the day.
Earthy smiles happily as they walk off. At the stile into 10-acre field.
We'll leave you here. See you tomorrow? What is it, Worzel?
I'll say goodbye.
Don't worry. That's the hedge layer. That's old Mr. Woodrose. He's harmless.
I'll say goodbye.
You mean good night? We'll see you tomorrow, won't we?
Worzel ruffles John's hair and pulls him close for a hug. He reaches for Susan.
Ouch!
Oh, mind out for splinters. Off your pop then. Off your pop.
Worzel watches them walk off up the track, then turns to look at his pole. Jack is standing beside it. Jack is staring back at him across 10-acre field. With a look of resignation, Worzel climbs over the stile. He walks slowly across the golden field to Jack, who steps towards him.
Worzel, what you got to say for yourself?
It's hard to come up with something on the spot, sir.
You gave me your word. You said you'd stay in 10-acre field and you wouldn't talk to humans.
Sir, I'll never leave 10-acre field again if that's what you want. You can nail me to my stake and set it in concrete, but please don't stop me talking to those chillins. They're important.
They're children.
Exactly. They're the future.
Come, Worzel. Let's go for a walk.
Jack leads Worzel along a path that climbs a hill of lush green swaying grasses. Beyond them, a patchwork of fields stretches out into the distance. Jack uses his tall crook to help him walk along. The sun breaks through grey clouds, and now Jack and Worzel are sitting on some boulders near the top of the hill.
Of all the scarecrows I ever made, there's not been one as good at their job as you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And not one of them has caused me half as much trouble. I've never known a scarecrow so quick to break the rules.
I can't help myself sometimes. Everything's all so exciting.
You're a free spirit, Worzel. That's my fault, because I made you. If you can't go gallivanting across the countryside at the drop of a hat, you've got a job to do.
Oh, I love scaring crows, sir, I do. But I get distracted, and before I know it, I've wandered off and started poking my nose in where I think he might be wanted.
You're much more than the scarer of crows. You're my eyes and ears out here in the fields. I need you to watch out, spot the changes. But talking to humans is not allowed. That's the way it's always been.
Does it mean it always has to be? I mean, ways can change, can't they? You remember not long back when the red coats on the horses chased the foxes all over the county? They said, it's the way it's always been. But eventually, they realised it was old-fashioned and cruel, and now they don't do it no more.
What good can come of talking to them?
Because humans and nature need to work together, like you laying the hedges. Now's not the time for not talking. Chillins learned me that when the tree of tree was sick. Speak to the crows, they said. Make a deal. And it was hard, but they was right.
And you think humans is ready to discover that scarecrows can come alive and walk and talk?
Not all of them, no. But what if there were some special ones, like my friends, who could see things that the others can't? I'm worried, sir. I'm worried about the weather and the seasons and all the plastic everywhere. I was worried about the hedges and the ditches and the bees and the flowers. They're all having a tough time of it, sir.
You think 2 children can turn it all around?
Well, they'll do their bit and spread the word, and little by little we'll get things back on track.
You're not as silly as you look, are you, Worzel?
Well, to be fair, sir, it would be difficult.
What do I make your brains out of? Can you remember?
Conkers, sir.
Conkers, that's right, yeah. Oh. Those conkers serve you well. Come on, Worzel. Let's get you home.
Jack gets to his feet and walks off. Worzel follows, and now they're back at the stile into 10 Acre Field.
Sir, maybe it wouldn't be so against the rules if we was to make them honour honorary scarecrows.
How'd you do that?
By giving them scarecrow names. See, they got these peculiar human names. But if I could call them by their scarecrow names, it would make it more official.
What would their names be?
Well, Susan would be Soupy Lupin Straw, and John would be Johnny John Barley John.
Yeah, of course. Maybe that's the answer.
You think it could be?
I think you might be right about those children. There's something special about them. But you're not going to go just talking to anyone, willy-nilly.
Copy that.
No posh ladies in big old houses.
10-4.
Go well then, Worzel Gummidge. Guardian of the levels, sentinel of the seasons, scarecrow of Scatterbrook.
Worzel reaches for the brim of his hat and bows before turning to walk across the field. Surrounded by butterflies, Jack smiles. At the allotments, the troublemakers each have a mug.
And once the blossom fairy had fluttered away, Teddy Bodkin decided it was time for all the other toys to go to bed. Night-night, toys. Night-night, Teddy Bodkin. Night-night.
Night-night, toys.
Teddy bear fabric.
Night-night. Teddy Bodkin.
Soggy sucks his thumb.
Hey! Off you go now. Come on. Come on, girls.
Mr. Braithwaite herds his cows through the yard, and one of them has the word horse painted on its side. In 10 Acre Field, as the sun shines down, Worzel lifts his head to look out at the land, adjusting his wide-brimmed hat a little.
Worzel Gummidge, the DVD, is available to pre-order now. BBC iPlayer has your Christmas films sorted, including the BFG streaming now. It's been a dramatic few days, and for Chantel, the nightmare is just beginning. EastEnders is next on BBC One.
Don't you know the scarecrow sees and the scarecrow knows?
Well, hello.